What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all, and welcome to the Pastry Beer Podcast. And I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I know I'm late. I know it's 3 months in, but we decided to start the podcast off this time because I've been super busy since the year started. It's been an exciting and up and down year so far. We have to give thanks, our thanks for everything that has been happening. Um, it's been a beautiful year. I started my YouTube channel, the Pastry Beer TV YouTube channel, and I'm trying to do different things on my channel. So, you can see the podcast videos on there of interviews that I have of chefs. I'm doing cooking demos and creating menus, and I'm doing a lot. And I wanna grow this YouTube channel into something major, and I want to grow this podcast into something big. So, look forward to that. I just wanted to start off by just, thanking the people that have listened to the podcast so far. Last year I decided that I wanted to do this, and I wasn't sure what I was doing. I just got some equipment. I have some chef friends who like to talk about food. I'm in love with food. And I just decided that, I'm just going to share my experience and experiences of my friends or people that I've come across in my tenure or my years in the culinary industry. I had a couple of friends on there. If you go back and listen to the other podcasts, you'll see, or you can listen to them on YouTube, or you can go to all streaming platforms and stream them. You can check out some of those interviews that I did. But this year, I want to do a lot more interviews. I want to talk to young chefs, and I want to talk to, more mature people who have been in the industry for a long time. I just want to hear their story, like how they got started. If you realize most of the people I talk to, that's one of the main things I always try to start off with, is just finding out what's their concept or their perception, or how life is for them in the culinary field. And being a pastry chef, hence the name Pastry Bear. I actually got this name about 15 years ago from a good friend of mine because I'm chubby. And people used to say I look like a beer, and I used to work in the pastry department. So hence I got the name Pastry Bear, and I decided to run with that name. I actually came up with another name for the podcast. I was gonna call it Peeling the Layers, but then for some reason, when I was ready to set up the podcast and everything, I had a logo made and everything, recorded a couple of podcast episodes, and then I realized that somebody was using that name, and I had no choice. I had to find another name. And I thought to myself, like, what's the best way or the best name? I had a friend that he helped me to come up with some names, and they was just not clicking for me. And I thought to myself, like, why not use something that you're known for? Like, why not go deep in within and have something that represents you? And I remember, like, as I said, about 15 years ago, everybody called me that. I did a drawing actually of a logo, and I was sitting down, and I said to myself, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it the Pastry Beer Podcast. And I went back to my Facebook. This was probably, I don't know, how long ago it was, but I went back to my Facebook, and I basically got that picture. I contacted a designer, what do you call that now? Somebody who designs logos and stuff, and I gave them a sample, and they came up with that logo, and I loved it, and I said, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. So this is gonna represent me. It represent me in so many ways because, like I said, I'm a pastry chef, and I'm cuddly, I'm lovable, but I'm a happy person. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of story. I'm gonna tell you more as we go into more episodes. This year I want to do more one-on-one sessions, and I'm gonna have like a co-host. I have a friend of mine, a business partner. You know, I'm gonna bring her in right now. Her name is Talicia Baker. Actually, she's a business entrepreneur. You know, she have this company called the Chef Vibes. You know, because we do a lot of exciting things with that company. How you doing, Talicia? Let's bring her in on the podcast. How you doing, Talicia?
Fine, and how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Like I said, I was just breaking down a little bit about myself and a little bit about the podcast. So, I'm just gonna bring you in. You can, just vibe with me and see what's going on. So pretty much me and Talicia and a couple of friends went on a cruise the other day. So we're gonna switch topics right now. So we're gonna talk about that experience. We're also gonna get Talicia's input on, like how she got started in this culinary field too. Why, you don't want to talk about that? Why are you acting shy? She's acting shy. I don't know why she's acting shy. And she's a talkative person. I don't understand. What's going on with you today, Talicia? You don't want to talk? Okay, so yeah. So as I was saying, just to switch around a little bit, we went on a cruise. A couple of us went on a cruise about a week, 2 weeks ago.
Or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks ago. We went to, it was a 4-day cruise, and on the Royal Caribbean, and oh no, it wasn't Royal Caribbean. It was Carnival. Sorry,
Carnival Sensation.
Carnival Sensation. I don't know why I said Royal Caribbean. You know why? Because I just saw the cruise ship just now, and I was thinking that the next time I go on a cruise, I want to go on that one to compare, the differences with service and food and the rooms and stuff like that. So I want to start off with, we cruised out of Miami. We went to Key West and we went to Cozumel, Mexico. And then we had a day at sea, and then we came back to Miami. So technically that's like 4 days. Well, 4 nights and 1 day. I mean, 4 nights and 5 days. That's anyways, my math is not good.
We got back here early, so it's like
yeah, we got back in the morning because on the first day, which was a Thursday, we the cruise line left about 4:35, and we got there around 2. We got there around 2 after we went through the whole process of immigration and all of that, and check off lists and this, that, and the other. We went inside, got our rooms, and
chilled.
Yeah, we chilled for a second. You know what I mean? Taking the scenery. It was really beautiful when the cruise ship was sailing. When it's going to the port of Miami, and that it's my first time experiencing a cruise. It's my first time on a cruise. What about you?
It was my first time as well.
Oh yeah.
So I was really excited.
Oh, she was excited. Yeah, you was taking all type of pictures and whatnot. Yeah, you could probably see some of those on her YouTube channel that she's gonna create. Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, the first day was pretty cool. Like I said, the rooms, we had the, what you call it, the stateroom. And now the stateroom is pretty much the cheapest room. Yeah, we decided to go. We all decided that we didn't want to go on a cruise that was going to be too long, because everyone that went on a cruise, it was their first time, and they weren't sure if they was going to get seasick. So there was other cruises that was reasonable, that was more days, but it was, I think, we decided that we're going to start off with a small one.
Being that it was all our first time,
right?
I think.
Yeah, it was all our first time. But it was pretty cool, man. Like I said, the rooms, surprisingly, I thought it would have been really small
and crammed, right?
And crammed, but it wasn't. It was a good size. Like the bed like it's 2 single beds in the room, and the single beds can, 2 single beds. If you put them together, you get a king size bed, and that's a big bed. So just imagine you have a king bed. It's like clutched in the corner, but you still have enough space to walk around. You have like a little dresser area. You have a closet, and you have the bathroom, which is, like I said, I don't know what the square feet. It's probably like 200 or 300 square feet, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
it was a pretty decent size.
Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, like, if this room is this nice, I'm wondering what like the rooms with the balcony or the suites look like, because those are a little bit bigger. Well, yeah, the first night we had what would you? Oh, I think we had dinner
The first
on the
one.
buffet or the.
No, we went to a restaurant.
Yeah,
we went to a restaurant.
Yes, we went to the restaurant. Now the restaurant setup in there, it is it's like a group thing. So if you go as a group, depending on how many people can sit at the table, that's the amount of people. So if like let's say it's a group of 7 people that travel or 8, I think most of the tables can fit up to 8 people. So we got to a table and there were other people sitting at the table, which is great because you get to meet people and kind of vibe
and
socialize a little bit, and that was fun. We had a older couple and a younger couple at the table, and the older couple was pretty fun.
Yeah,
they were funny. They were pretty funny, and everybody's just talking about where they're from and what they do, and most of the people at the table was experienced saying that this was their first
time as well.
Yeah, one of the couple was from North Carolina, and the other one was from New York and Switzerland or Sweden, I think.
I think it was Sweden.
The man was from Sweden. Yeah, so that was the first night. The food was okay for me. I'm like I said, when you're a chef and you travel, you try to be, most of the times you're critiquing food. And I learned that over the years of traveling, because I love to travel, that you can't really, go expecting that everybody gonna cook to please you. You know what I mean? And that's what I've learned, that sometimes even when I make stuff, I know that people are not gonna always like it, because, everybody has a different palate and everybody has a different style of eating and all of that. Like if you realize people from America and the Caribbean, they like more sweet and saltier stuff. And then people from like Europe, from like London and Switzerland and that side, Italy and all those places, they go for more like
I'd say bitter.
Yeah, they like a lot of salads and stuff like that. Spanish people, they love like tangy stuff. Like most of their stuff is like vinegar based or lemon based. Well, that's my observation, So like I said, but the food wasn't really, I don't know, man. I didn't like it because another thing about me, I'm vegetarian. I don't like to, I really don't like to consider myself a vegetarian or a vegan. You know what I mean? I don't consume any meat or dairy product, any animal byproduct. But being that I'm a chef, I do taste these things sometimes. Now, I try to explain that to people sometimes that they don't understand it, Talisa. They think that if you put something in your mouth and you taste it, that you're eating it. And I'm telling them, no. My taste buds are in my mouth, right? So if I see you cooking a piece of chicken and I've never seen a chicken cook like that, I'm gonna cut a piece of that chicken off. I'm gonna chew it up. I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get that flavor in my mouth, and then I'm gonna spit it out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not swallowing the juices. I'm not swallowing the meat itself. You know what I mean? And being that I work in a pastry shop, sometimes I make a cake and I'll taste it. But like I said, most of the times, not all the times, most of the times, I spit it out. So on the cruise, I realized, back to what I was saying about the cruise, on the cruise, I realized that there was not a lot of option. Now, I think it's because this cruise line is a cheaper cruise line, or the ship that we went on was a cheaper ship. So the quality of the food was
and they keep repeating the stuff, but it was like in different ways though.
Right. So what she's saying is
like the same thing.
Like Thursday night, you go on the buffet. So let's break it down. So they have a buffet, right? So on the main deck, I think that's deck 10, you have the main buffet, which is all the way to the back of the ship. And this one they serve, I think from like 6 to 10, they have the buffet, or 5:30 round-ish. And then there's another restaurant that's the Guy Fieri from Food Network. He has a burger bar on there. They have a restaurant next to that that's like a Mexican vibe. They serve burritos and nachos and stuff like that. And those restaurants open like from lunch
and breakfast
until dinner, and then they close and then the buffet's open, and then you have there were a private dining restaurant which we didn't get to experience because they wanted to upcharge us for that. We have to. I don't know. I'm going back on a cruise because I want to experience the best of the best. Like I've experienced the worst of the worst. That's how I think about it. So I want to experience the best of the best. I want to go on a cruise to experience like what it's like to have, like a butler service or something like that. I don't know if they do that on cruise lines, but yeah. But back to the restaurant thing. So they have a private dining. They have another restaurant that you have to there's an upcharge to use that restaurant, and then you have the regular
ones. So but I think the regular ones, that was okay.
It was not okay. The food, fine. I only had one thing there.
Yeah,
that was good. They gave me this like a Indian bowl, and it was like a bunch of vegetables and
it was spicy
curry and stuff, and it was really good. Like I like spicy food, so it was really good. You had fish,
salmon, and
she had salmon.
Yeah, it was properly done.
Yeah,
the salmon was nicely cooked.
Okay, if you could rate the food, what would you give that restaurant? Like out of 10, how much you would rate that restaurant?
I'd give it a 7.
Okay,
the 7. Salmon was good. The salmon was good.
Yeah, the salmon. She said the salmon was good. Everybody else at the table enjoyed their food. Mm-hmm. The dessert was crap, and again,
oh, for real?
Maybe it's because I don't eat dessert. Yeah. So they gave us a tiramisu, which was.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
It
was nasty, and the ice cream
package.
Yeah, like a packaged stuff. Yeah, and the ice cream was.
The ice cream was okay.
No, the ice cream wasn't good. I taste the ice cream,
with the ice cream.
Well, okay, again, maybe again. I'm not gonna say it because I've worked in doing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And anyways, I was gonna say something. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, the ice cream wasn't all that. So that restaurant, I would give that restaurant a 6. A 6
so
out of 10.
I'd say a 7.
You said 6. You know what? A 5.5. I'm gonna drop out.
Why?
Yeah, it wasn't
That's
good.
Crazy.
It wasn't good. Okay, let's go to the Guy Fieri. I did not have anything but fries at that restaurant. Guy Fieri, the one with the burger.
Oh, the burger was.
Okay, so let's do this now. What would you rate Guy Fieri's restaurant on the Carnival Sensation? Go out of 10. I'm actually just looking up the names of the restaurant right now. So what would you rate it, Guy Fieri? Because you had the burger one day.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
But I ate it up.
Yeah, you were you are something else. You know that?
Yeah.
But
I'd say that would be a 4 for me. That would be a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
And why a 4? What was it? The flavor wasn't good?
Yeah, like the burger, the beef. I think it needed some more seasoning. Yeah.
Right. Like more flavors.
Mm-hmm. So I had to add salt and pepper on everything.
I'm going to defend them on that. When you're cooking in an environment like that, and,
you cook for everyone. That's what you're saying. So you allow them to add their salt and pepper.
Right.
Okay.
It's that type of setting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say
the burger, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
That's it. Okay.
So I personally didn't have anything because they didn't serve anything else at there that I ate. They had like what would you call that now? Oh man, I forgot the name of that word. Condiment Station. They had a condiment station. So what they would do is at the burger bar, you could probably go on YouTube. We didn't really get much footage because we was having so much fun drinking and whatnot. What was that? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the condiment station, they had like caramelized onion, pepper sauce.
We're at like in the mornings?
No. I'm just saying for like lunch. Because it's the same menu they run all day.
Oh.
In the morning, it's just that they extend the buffet to the back section.
And add eggs and stuff.
Right. They just pretty much extend the buffet to the back because, normally the cruise ship have like a lot of people, so you can't have one section. Mm-hmm. So like I'm saying, for the Guy Fieri, I personally didn't have nothing, so I can't critique it. The fries wasn't good.
Yeah,
Why?
the fries wasn't
Because the
nice.
thing about it is they bulk cook everything. So the fries, they just fry like 3-4 batches and then they have it in a pan. And then just, just take a big dollop of fries and put it in the plate. You know what I mean? So it's not hot coming out of the fryer.
I think I had some hot fries though.
Really?
Yeah, I had hot fries.
No, I personally, like I said, I didn't like it. But so, like I said, I can't critique that one because I didn't eat anything over there. The Condiment Station, I may grab a couple of stuff out there. Like I love mushroom. I had some sauteed mushroom and some caramelized onion, which the onion wasn't good because it tasted like it was from a package, which it probably was.
Real?
Yes, it did. Yes. So we're gonna talk about. Let's go to the. What is this called? The Joe's Cafe. Yes, the Joe's Cafe. That's the one with the. That's the one that they had the burrito and stuff. I think.
Oh.
I think.
We don't.
Yes, we did. Remember, in the morning time they served.
The burritos.
The egg burritos. They serve like tacos and it's the same thing they serve for lunch, but it's just like different flavors. So you could get like a shrimp taco or a beef taco.
That was for lunch though.
Yes, for lunch.
And in the morning they would have. They normally
like
have bacon.
Bacon, yeah, just the regular breakfast stuff.
I had that once because I was all in for the food.
Yes.
I had that once with the bacon. From I had that bacon. I never ate bacon on the cruise again.
Oh, so you had the bacon in the burrito or you just had bacon by itself?
I got the bacon and I put it in my burrito.
Oh, so the bacon wasn't good?
It was oily.
Bacon is normally oily.
No, but like
I don't want to sound like
it was a lot of oil. So you see, eating the burrito, it was like greasy. So you could legit see the oil running from the burrito.
Oh, okay.
So that was like a huge turn off.
Yeah.
That was my only time
that you had it
having bacon on the ship.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, again, so you give that restaurant what? If you let's say lunch, because what you had, did you get?
Yeah, I had a
You had a shrimp taco.
It was like a taco.
Yeah, you had a shrimp taco.
It was like regular. So
how much would you rate that restaurant out of 10?
I'd say a 5 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A 5 or a 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm excited about this
one. That was your thing.
I liked that restaurant. That restaurant was pretty good. I'm a burrito lover, not so much taco, but I love burrito. I eat Chipotle all the time. I'm a guacamole lover. So I'm gonna give that restaurant 8. Breakfast for me was pretty good. I don't do eggs, so for breakfast I would have tomato, like
pico
de gallo. I think that's how it's pronounced. I had that. I did guac. I did ash browns in it. They put a little bit of ash browns in it. They had some beans. She thinks it's weird that they put rice in a tortilla wrap. And I'm like, this is
texture is
but
just
it's crazy that you would think that, because if you think about it, the Jamaican people do the same thing. They eat starch on top of starch.
Yeah, but for me,
you eat potato salad and rice. It's the same thing. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying like in a burrito.
That's what it is, though. This is how it's made. It's weird.
It's all over the place. Yeah,
it is beautiful.
That's not for me.
I think God came down and gave the recipe to the Mexican and said, "Listen, go take over the world."
That's not from my palate. That wasn't.
Listen,
that wasn't fun.
I enjoyed that burrito again.
I
enjoyed it. They also had a condiment station, and they had a selection of hot sauce. And let me tell you something.
It was spicy.
I love me some hot sauce, but they had one hot sauce on there that was so hot, it was so spicy. I swear to you, when I ate it, I could feel inside of my belly get warm.
Or when you're eating it, it was like, a touch
Just a small
of
amount.
the fork.
Right.
Like the tip of the fork.
So it's like a drip. Yeah, it's like you just could put a drip of the sauce, the hot sauce, on the food, and it would be enough. But me being the person I am, I was dipping my burrito in the hot sauce and eating it, which sounds stupid, but it was so flavorful and made the flavor of the burrito, whether it was breakfast or lunch, it made it so wonderful. It made it so good. But like I said, it didn't go so well after that. Let's just say it goes in hot, it comes out hot. But yeah, so I like that. Like I said, breakfast was good for me. They did that for lunch. They had like a big bowl where they fried the tortilla and they gave you rice, brown rice or black beans or pinto beans. And you could put your meat on there and your corn salsa and your pico de gallo and all of that. So like I said, I like that restaurant. Let's go to the buffet. What did you think about the buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So we're going to do it in stages. So you're going to tell me what you think about breakfast at the buffet, what you think about lunch, and what you think about dinner. And the buffet is called the Grand Buffet because I actually looked up the name.
Oh, that was the name?
Yeah, the Grand Buffet.
For breakfast at the buffet.
Breakfast was pretty normal. Like, for me,
it was regular.
It was regular. It was the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. The only fruits they had on there was cantaloupe, honeydew, and pineapple, and watermelon. And it's like the watermelon is it seemed like it was going bad. When you put...
for real?
Yeah, for me, when you put a watermelon, when you put a watermelon in the freezer and you take it out and it's just like, it's mushy. That's how the watermelon was. And I was like, why is it like that? The cantaloupes were super, super, super fresh.
Yeah, that was the only thing I had. Cantaloupes.
Yes, and I'm like, okay, this is not going good. Again,
I think they had apples.
I
saw apples.
Oh, I saw what's her name was eating apple too, but I don't like apples. I'm not an apple person. But I wish the rest of the people who was on the cruise with us was here so they could give us our input. But like I said, so let me tell you again, on the buffet side, they had cereal. I think they had oatmeal for cereal. They had, what else they had on there? They had eggs. They had a bacon. They had roasted tomatoes. They had bagel and cheese. Just a bunch of breakfast stuff. Which toast. Toast. Which
pancake,
is normal. Pancakes, waffles. Most of those stuff that you would typically see on a breakfast. I didn't eat anything over there in the morning. I would normally just go to the Joe's Cafe. Not Joe's Cafe. I would go to the other place and get the burrito. That's what I get every morning. The same thing. Because I'm simple.
For me, I normally, walk around and get a variety, being that I went on this to say, I'm gonna try the food because I'm a huge foodie,
Yeah, she's a huge foodie. So like every time me, her, and our friends go out, it's like, she always want to order 3 things. She getting the appetizer,
I want to try everything,
she getting the entree, and then when you order your food, she want to try your food, which is annoying, but I have to respect it. I don't know what kind of giggle is that. That is crazy.
But for me, food experience. So,
right.
So I was in it to taste it. And day 2 in, I was over it.
You was over the food?
Yeah, like day 2 to 3. So it was like going on to day 3. I was like, oh no.
Right. Oh yeah, he's okay. Yeah. So like I said, the buffet breakfast was okay. One of the good things about the breakfast buffet, they add different type of juices. I love to drink
apple juice.
So they had apple juice, they had pineapple juice, and they had orange juice. Now it sounds crazy, but after breakfast they put
lemonade
and iced tea.
That was crazy.
Which is nasty.
The lemonade was.
But you know what? I'm not gonna say
it wasn't like lemonade.
let me tell you what it is. You're used to the lemonade from the Caribbean type lemonade, which is sweeter. It got a lot more sugar in it. Like most people like a lemonade with a lot of lemons in it, so it's really tangy.
Oh,
that's how they do it. You know what I mean? And the iced tea normally don't have sugar either. You have to add sugar.
But I don't know. I guess it was a different type of iced tea because I don't know. Having the package, the iced tea, for me, it's normally different. That one was just not good.
You know, you're talking about the one that you buy in the grocery store.
Yeah, isn't the same thing.
To this. No, it's not the same. Well, it's kind of the same thing, but it's not. But like I'm explaining to you, the iced tea, they don't typically put sugar in it. It's just like you make a cup of tea, but you cool it down.
So next time going on a cruise, I'm gonna ask.
If you go to the, you could get a sachet of sugar and put it in it. Right, but most people make an Arnold Palmer, which is just iced tea and lemonade, a half and half. That's what they call it, Arnold Palmer.
Oh,
right.
Well, that was nasty.
Yeah, she didn't like it. I loved it. I didn't like the lemonade and iced tea, but in the morning, the juices was good. So I give breakfast a 6. I give it a 6 out of 10. Because they had variety of stuff. It's just I didn't eat none of that stuff that they had. For lunch,
I'm going to give breakfast a 5. Being that I walked and I took everything. And some things just weren't good. So,
you know what?
I'll give that a 5.
One of the things that I like to observe when I go out. And I realize that people are so simple. Like most of the people on the cruise they was pretty happy with the food. People was going back for seconds, and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I don't know.
They love this.
Maybe it's because I've experienced so much and I know so much about food that I'm looking at them like, how can they be in love with this thing and it's not even that good? You know what I mean? What if they would get some real quality food? But then again, like I said,
you're such a critic.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said I try to just be a civilian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not a chef. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So lunch, let's try to go through this pretty quick. Lunch was pretty good. Again, the salad section was pretty limited. It was only romaine, iceberg. I think one time I saw arugula, which is my favorite salad, lettuce to eat. They had spinach. And the condiment station was, tomatoes, olives,
the same thing.
The same, whatever you'd normally find on a regular buffet. It wasn't all that for me. For the hot side, they had some options: chicken, fish, they have a
had beef,
station.
They had turkey, they had ribs.
Listen to this one now. She's getting excited when she talk about all that food.
They had a ham. Everything.
Oh yeah, she had a ball. You had a ball of that one.
Yeah. I had ribs the first day, and I was trying to get that back. I didn't get it back.
Okay, yeah.
It was okay.
So what would you rate the lunch? For
the lunch, I'd say an 8.
Yeah. I would give the lunch a 8 to. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. The lunch, again, if you just joined us or if you fast forward or for some reason you didn't get the first part, we're talking about a group trip we went on Carnival Sensation that went to Miami. They call Miami in there, but it's really Key West and Mexico.
Cozumel, Mexico.
Yeah. So we're talking about the food. We're reviewing the food that we had and the experience. So we're at the buffet lunch. You gave it an 8. I gave it an 8. The dinner. What would you give the dinner? I don't think we had, because like the first day we were there, we went to the dinner. The restaurant. The second day we was in Key West, so I think we went to a bar or something, had some drinks in Key West. And then by the time we got back on the ship, everybody was tired. They went to bed. We got up. It was when I went up there, it was late. I think the restaurant was closed. I don't remember. We had so much fun. I enjoyed that trip. It was a good trip. But what would you give the dinner?
I'd give the dinner an 8.
For me. 8?
Yeah. Like I had dinner and the salmon was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would give the dinner again because I didn't eat much on there. I give it a 7. They had options. Okay, so let me go to something that I actually ate. I consumed a lot of pizza. So the pizzeria opens, I think it opens like from 12 till the following morning.
No,
it wasn't open for breakfast.
Earlier, man.
I don't think it was open for breakfast. But anyways, the pizzeria for me was a beautiful part of this. Like, I enjoyed having pizza. I'm gonna sound rhetorical, keep saying this, but I don't eat the meat, so I don't eat cheese. So when I go there, I get a pizza with just tomato sauce and mushrooms or whatever vegetables they have in stock, which is not a lot.
Mushrooms and
it's
tomato
always
sauce.
Mushrooms and tomato sauce. They had a margarita pizza. They had pepperoni pizza. They had what's the other pizza? Cheese pizza. I think that was it. I ain't seen no other pizza came out there. Yeah, so this is just those were the pizza they had. And like most of the times when you consume food or let's say you eat dinner, by the time you finish eating and sitting down and talking and having a drink, eat again. You're hungry again. So I think it's a mind thing though, because that you just ate and then you're gonna have a slice of pizza, or you can get a whole pizza, which was crazy. And the pizza was thin crust. I love thin crust pizza. I hate when I normally go to like Pizza Hut or Domino's, which is my favorite place to buy pizza. Domino's. I like Domino pizza
because of the crust, right?
Yeah, the crust is really good. I love Domino pizza. Why are we diverting to Domino's? But anyways, the pizza crust was really thin. It was really flavorful. You know what I mean? I think it's one of the best things I had on the cruise.
I'm not agreeing with you.
What do you think?
I think it was too thin.
Oh my God, here we go.
Sometimes the pizza was burnt. Like,
this is how pizza's supposed to be eaten though. A pizza is not supposed to be thick. If you go to Italy, I haven't been to Italy, by the way.
The pizza will be thin and burnt. I don't think so.
Yes, it's not burnt. It's the flavor. Okay. It's the flavor. It's the caramelization of the starches that breaks down to sugar.
So, guys, I think the pizza was burnt. And I had a lot of pizza. Remember, this experience for me was about the food. So, I had a lot of food.
Right.
So,
the pizza was good.
However, I had a lot of pizza.
Yeah, she did. It was burnt. All had pizza.
Yeah.
Everybody that was with us had pizza.
So everybody we all ate burnt pizza.
It wasn't always burned. It wasn't. Stop it. It wasn't always burned. People. If you go on a cruise, I want you to check it out and let us know what's your experience. If you've ever been on a Carnival Sensation cruise, let us know what you think about the food on the cruise.
In the comments.
If you're on Instagram, you can find us on Instagram and message us, or you could just leave comments on our YouTube channel. Well, on the Pastry Bear YouTube channel. So, like I said, the pizza station, we over there. I'll give the pizza a 9 out of 10. Come on. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. What would you give the pizza?
I'd give the pizza, being that I think the pizzeria at place have saved my life multiple times. So I'd say a 6. And I think the others would rate it a 6 as well.
You can't speak for nobody.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, so they had a deli. We didn't eat it. I ate at the deli one time. I had an alfalfa sandwich.
I ate at the deli.
I didn't like it.
I ate at the deli. I had, I don't know the name of the sandwich, but
I think it was ham inside, ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
Yeah, I think that's what you had.
It was good. It was okay. It was regular.
I don't think nobody can really mess a ham and cheese sandwich up though, because it's pre-bought stuff. It's not like you're making your own ham.
Well, it wasn't burnt. It wasn't burnt.
Here we go.
It wasn't
Anyways. So after we talked about the ship. When we got to Key West, we didn't eat anything in Key West, did we?
Yeah, we ate. That's why. Oh,
we only had drinks. Yeah,
in Key West.
Yeah, we walked around. I think we
That's why we got back late.
No, we had drinks. We
we're mixing it
That's
up
not Key West.
with Mexico.
Mexico, we had a lot of food. So Key West, what we did was we had a couple of drinks. I think we went to Sloppy Joe's. I think the bar is called. We was gonna get some key lime pie, but that ish was expensive. They were selling a slice of key lime pie in Key West for
$4.
Drum roll.
Was it $4?
$4.99.
Oh, I'm right. $5.
Almost $5 for a slice. That was expensive.
I guess God made those
lemons
pies.
It was crazy. When the lady told me this,
hand squeezed by God.
I'm saying, man, it's like it was simple stuff. It was not like it was that extravagant for that price. And it's in like, so me explain.
Maybe it was.
The pies are like, I think it's like a 6-inch pie. So just think about a 6-inch. All right, let me not use inches. So think about it. If you go to Walmart and you grab you one of those pre-made pies that come in aluminum things, that's exactly what they bake it in. Just imagine you cutting one of those in, like you bake a pie in one of those pans, and you cut it into like, let's say 6 pieces. So you cut it in half, and at each half you would cut in 3. That's one portion.
That would be like at Walmart.
Yeah.
And
it was almost $5 for the pie, which I think was ridiculous. I was expecting 3
For my Jamaican listeners, a slice would be, a slice of cake from Pastry Passions.
Right.
The smallest one. So
imagine
a cheesecake and it would be like over $600. So it wasn't reasonable.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. And if you buy a whole pie, it was like $20-something. You know what I mean? Almost $30. I'm like, hey, I'm not spending no money for no pie. And now, I understand that the key lime is a pretty, it's pretty popular and it's a big thing down here. But I think it was too expensive. It's a tourist thing, though. And again, I'm a big critic. I've been in the tourist industry for a long time. So I'm going to criticize everything.
And for me, I was looking at, it's so easy to make. I bake sometimes, guys. It was so easy to make and the price is so simple.
It's so difficult when you can do something. It's hard for you to go out and buy it.
Just like that, like
yeah.
Here.
It's difficult. It's difficult. But yeah, that was the first day, like I said, off the cruise ship food experience. We didn't eat nothing in Mexico because we had a big breakfast before because the ship docked in the morning. We got off around 1.
Where?
In Key West.
Oh.
In Key West. We got off at 1. So there's not, you eat lunch before you get off. So we ate, then we got off, had some drinks, came back on about 6 or 7. Yeah, because the ship left at 7. So we came back about 6. And then we went, I think we went to the restaurant or we went to the room. I forgot. But anyways, yes. So we started, that was Key West. Only had drinks in Key West. Didn't buy the expensive pies. When we got to Mexico, now that's where, like I said, I love Mexican food. So when we got there, the rest of the people that we were traveling with, they went on a different excursion. Me and Talisa decided that we wanted to do just regular stuff. I like to do regular stuff when I travel. I don't like to do touristy stuff because most of the touristy stuff is just fake. That's what I think.
You only see like the beauty.
Yeah, I want to experience culture because I think culture is what educate or evolve the mind. You know what I mean? I learn more from watching somebody doing something that they naturally do rather than that they are doing something just to make it seem like when you go to the islands.
Not pretending.
Right. Sorry. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. I couldn't find that word for nothing. I was going through the dictionary and everything. So, when you go to the islands and then it seems like everybody in the islands is Rasta. And it's not. People in the island don't say Wag Irie. This is all make-believe. They say these things to tourists. So I don't like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I want to go into the inner cities. I want to go to like the gutters and the ghettos and the hoods. I want to go to the market where the local people eat.
Real food.
Right. I don't want to have the tourist food. I don't want to go to Mexico to eat from Margaritaville. I can do that in America. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think they have a Margaritaville here.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah, they do. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go to Brazil and have pizza
from
Pizza Hut, or I don't want to go to Jamaica and have pasta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because
like,
that's not Jamaican food.
That's not Jamaica. It don't matter if you put jerk chicken in the pasta. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some festival. Give me some bami. Give me some fried fish. That's what I like to do when I travel. So when I got to Mexico, I was like, okay, everybody else said they're going on an excursion. Some people went to the this attraction called Explorer. I think I'm pronouncing it. I think it's Explorer. It's like a park that they do like on dune buggies and zip linings and stuff like that. I didn't want to do that because I'm not that outgoing person. So me and Talisa, we decided to
hit the road and let's find food.
So we got a scooter. We rented a scooter. The scooter was about $20. $25, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty reasonable. Me and the guy got into a little bit. He was talking in Spanish, and
we couldn't understand.
I understand what he was saying. He said I was paranoid because I was telling him like,
asking too much questions.
Yeah, because he gave me this contract to sign, and it's in Spanish, and I'm like, yo, how you gonna give me something to sign in Spanish? Why you don't have it in English? And he's like, oh, you're in Mexico. I'm like, dude, you're doing business with people who speak English. You gotta have a contract. He's like, oh, no. And then he went over to speak to the other dude, and then he's like, oh, he paranoia, and then he's speaking in Spanish.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
this dude is saying I'm paranoid.
Right, and then I live in Miami, so I'm around a lot of Spanish people. So I understand a lot. I mean, I speak a lot, but I understand it. So when he was talking, I'm picking up a lot of the things he's saying, and I'm like, oh, he's trying to be slick. I was going to say something back, but I was, you know what? Let him live. Anyways, we got the scooter. We start riding. We stopped at a couple of spots. Now the island is about Cozumel. Cozumel is about, the island we went on was called Puerto de Maya. Puerto de Maya. I think that's how it's pronounced. I think that's it. I think that's how it's pronounced. Now the island is about 45 miles completely.
Oh, for real?
Yes. Thank you so much for my longitude and latitude. It was 45 miles in length. Okay. And the road is just one there's some like sections, parts of the island, but majority of it is just like one road that goes all the way around and come back. So it's just, like a circle. And
the only reason why we saw those sections was because of the carnival.
Right. So
if it wasn't for that, we'd go in a circle.
You gotta tell them. So what she's saying is, when we got the scooter, we started off at one section of the island, and we rode all the way around to the other side, and came back to where we started, where the cruise ship was. So just think about a circle. We made a complete 360. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a carnival going on the day we went there for Mardi Gras.
Oh, that wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it, Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is just, it's something that happened in New Orleans. Oh. It's like a celebration. So anyways, we stopped at the beach, looked at a couple of menus, take some pictures and stuff. And then we went to this restaurant, and we had...
I had fish tacos.
She had fish tacos. Which,
and guac.
And again...
Pico
de gallo. I had... what did I have?
Chips.
Oh, I had chips and guacamole. I think that's all I had. And I had some beer. I had a couple of Mexican beer.
Yeah.
It was... The food was good.
Margarita.
She had a strawberry margarita. Yeah. I don't know why they get strawberry.
That was good.
I think they should have had like
that was strong.
A local flavor, like a passion fruit or something. Why? Being that way in the Caribbean. Oh. And strawberry don't grow down there. Well, but anyways.
It was good, guys.
It was okay. Good. I had just the guac and the fried tortilla chips and guacamole. It was pretty good. It was fresh. You can taste the guacamole. It was fresh. And
the chips was like homemade.
Yeah, you can tell it's different.
Nice.
The flavor of it different.
It was nice.
It's not like the typical chips that you would get
I had a Mexican restaurant, a regular like Mexican
in America
restaurant.
Or somewhere else. You can tell this one was freshly made.
Yeah, it was.
And then the restaurant was on the beach. It was a beautiful, beautiful scenery. The sand was white. They had Amex.
And we were sitting in the sand.
We were actually sitting in the sand. They had like little plastic chairs, and then the tables were in the sand. It was kind of awkward for me because I'm a little bit on the heavy side, so my chair was sinking a little bit. Yes, I'm that type of person. So the food was good. The taco was, pretty straightforward. She had a nice chunk of fish.
Yeah, but for me, my expectation of the taco, I thought it would have been more crunchy.
Crunchy?
Yeah, I was looking for something like the chips.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So you like your taco like a crunchy taco?
Yeah, I thought it would have been that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so crispy, more crispy.
Yeah, you should have asked for that then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, next time you can ask for that. You can give you a soft taco or a hard taco. Yeah, that's
how they do that?
Yeah. Like if you go to Taco Bell, they give you a soft one or a hard one.
Oh,
it's the first time.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's our first
time.
So it was
like, I wanted a fish taco.
Yeah. Okay, next time you know that.
Okay, then.
But anyways, we left there. We rode for another about 20 minutes
or 30. We got lost.
We got lost because they had closed the main road and we had to maneuver our way around but I love that part of the journey.
Using his longitude and latitude.
Because I get to use my longitude and my latitude. A lot of people don't use those. They use their phones. You know what I mean? So I pulled the phone a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, we did.
We did pull the phone out.
Yeah, we did.
We pulled the phone out and we went on that journey. We got back to the...
Wait, we stumbled on street food? It was a cart and van.
Yeah, we went to like a little market and they had like a food truck. Like a very small food truck, not the ones on the wheels. I mean, like, no, not the ones that you drive. You know them ones that you would pull? They had one of those and they have this meat thing. Was it
beef? They were carving?
Yeah, they were carving beef. Let me Google it and see if I can find the name of that dish they were making. It's pretty much just like a stack of beef and they put it on this long rod.
And
then they have it over the fire and it was spinning. And then when you order it, they just take a knife and carve it off. And shave. Let me see if I could find it. Yeah, but that was good. We stopped there to get some food, but again, because it was in a tourist area, they was charging us $17 for it. And I'm like, dude, come on.
It was 17?
Yeah, because it says 17 pesos. And I'm like, okay, how much is that in US? And at the bottom it says 17 US.
That was like, crazy because it would be 17. Less. Yeah, it was 17 or 19.
Yeah, it was like super expensive. About that. I am like, this is not cool. This is not cool at all. So we decided that we're not going to spend that money to buy that for that money. You know what I mean? Because they be trying to rob you sometimes with hiking up the prices of the stuff. So we left there. We finally made our way back to the cruise port. We took some pictures, returned the scooter, and we went back inside the cruise port. They had a restaurant there, which we stumbled on the old couple that we met at the restaurant, first restaurant we went the first night. We was sitting there talking to her for a little bit, and then she told us about another restaurant that she just went to.
And she said that it was reasonable.
Yeah. So we went there. I had a mango margarita.
I had a strawberry.
Oh my God!
I had a strawberry margarita.
I don't understand why.
But the liquor in this one was less.
Yeah, there was not a lot. There was not a lot of alcohol in there. But
for me, I'm not a person that drinks. So,
right.
So little alcohol. Right. A lot of alcohol.
It don't really make a difference for you.
I was wobbling.
Yeah, she's a lightweight. She's lightweight.
So I was
I don't want to call the other people names that was there because they're not here. I don't know if they want to be out there like that. But a couple of other people was drunk too. Let's just say that. So there's a lot of lightweights. I'm a drinker, but I didn't really drink that much because I'm changing my
diet,
my lifestyle.
Okay.
I'm trying to live a holistic lifestyle now.
Okay.
Because I've been abusing my body for years. So, I know maybe it's too late It's too late to apologize.
For me, it was like, give me a margarita.
Yeah.
Like, hit me.
Yeah, but I was trying to find the thing, but I can't find it. I can't find the name of the meat thing. But if you know what it is, comment and let us know. You can comment below. But we had the mango margarita. We ordered a burrito.
We ordered chips. We ordered
guacamole.
And
something else. And then we had a beef burrito, which I didn't eat the beef, but I gave it to you.
Oh, we took the beef on the side, and then we added the beans and the rice in the burrito.
Yeah, I was hungry still because I only had the guacamole and the chips earlier. So that's why I ordered the burrito, and I really wanted to have a burrito in Mexico. And
it was like I had the chips and the beef. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was what ended our day there in Mexico. We had I think two margarita, and then we went back on the ship. And
it was really good. Yo, the beef was amazing. It was tender. I mean,
the beans was good. I'm gonna talk about the beans. The beans was wonderful too. I think it was black beans, but the way they do their black beans, it's not like when you go to Chipotle. And for who don't know what Chipotle is, Chipotle is a Mexican restaurant, a Mexican American restaurant, or a sample or example of what a Mexican restaurant is. It's a chain restaurant here in America. They serve Mexican food, burritos. Mainly that chicken, beef, shrimp, tofu, whatever you want. So the way they do it, they just cook the beans in Chipotle. But in Mexico, the restaurant we went to, they puree the beans, which is the way it's supposed to be done.
Oh, it was pureed.
Yeah, they cook the beans and they puree. So it's like a thick.
So it was pureed with the rice.
No, the rice is separate. So what they puree the beans, and then the rice is separate, and then you mix both of them together. You understand what I'm saying? Normally the beef would be inside. But see, like I'm saying, like everything is different. This is why I like to go to different countries to experience their food that is known for that from that area. Because like if you get a burrito in America, 90% of the burrito is going to be rice and beans. And the meat is just going to be an addition. In Mexico, the beef is the main part of the burrito. If you get a beef burrito, you're getting beef inside of it. And the rice and the beans is on the side. Oh. If you get a fish burrito, if you get a chicken burrito, it's the same thing. It's chicken inside, the rice and the beans is on the side. So this is why I like to experience stuff from the country that it's from. So like I said, we're going to wrap up in a minute. But the last day, we was on the cruise. It was a long day because all day the ship was at sea. We sailed damn near 24 hours.
It was
we didn't
about
see no land.
24 hours.
Yeah, for 24 hours. We didn't see no land.
No.
So when we left Mexico, we was sailing all night, all day, and all night again. And then the following morning, Monday morning, we woke up in Miami, got off, and everybody went their merry way. And so that was a great experience for me. Like I said, other than the food, the experience on the ship, you know, how big the ship is, how much stuff they fit in that on the ship, you know, it's like an hotel underwater. Like, you know, anything you can think of is there.
Yeah.
And one of the things I really, really was worried about going on the cruise was getting seasick. But I must say, I didn't get seasick. Nobody in our party got seasick. Actually, I must tell you that I enjoyed when the boat was rocking, because there was a couple of days and it was you can feel it. When you're walking, it seemed like you're drunk because you're just stumbling all over. Yeah, but I enjoyed that because when I was sleeping, it felt like I was in a cradle. What do you have to say about the cruise itself, not just the food? Like, what did you think about the ship and the experience of being on water for so long?
Well, the cruise for me, I must say it was a good experience.
Right.
And the food, I was there for the food.
She's back on the food, right. But did you like did you get seasick?
No, I didn't get seasick. None of us got seasick.
Right.
And for me, the rocking of the ship, that was horrible. That was horrible. Yeah, I didn't like that part.
Well, but that was fun.
But
it was fun.
It was a good trip.
Yeah.
And I'd do it again. I don't think I'd go more than 7 days on a
7
ship.
days I think would be the maximum for me.
No more than 7 days.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to thank you for listening to the Pastry Beer podcast today. And join us for another episode of the Pastry Beer podcast. And thank you again. I'm Winston Murdoch.
And I'm Talicia Baker.
And you can find me at Chef W Murdoch on Instagram, or you can go at Pastry Beer TV. And where can they find you?
And mine is Talicia Panadero, which is Talicia Baker on Instagram.
Right.
Or you can follow my business page, which is Chefs with an S _vibe. So Chef's Vibe and Talicia _Panadero.
So that's Talicia Baker. And her Instagram company name is Chef's Vibes. And I am Winston Murdoch. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Have a good day.
Like, subscribe, share, tell your friend about us. And join us for our next episode of the Pastry Beer podcast. Yeah.